Well, hello there guys and welcome to the channel. So, let's check out who we have in the house already. What's up, Nemus, why not Shocky, Luther, Nemus will never play dungeons, KT1, Yo ain't your mama, Justin Greg, Get Alive, Adam, how are you doing man, Owen, level 43 on Mile Contest of Champions, nice, getting there, need to still put some work in, need to get to that level 60 man. MCOC community, Silver Surfer's got TKT, Silver Surfer's lemon. Well, he kind of is lemon, I think. What's up, Teddy? What's up, Osman? Dion, Devil Boy, Abdullah. Second day as a member. Why? Thank you very much, Mercury Rising. I definitely do appreciate every single one of the members. Now, just got my things ranked 4, Sig 100, as well as pulling Medusa, Domino, Corvus, and Ghost in the span of 3 days. Jeez, that's a lucky streak, man. That's some really lucky streak. What's up, Ninja Rhinoceros? CL Cubing? What's up, Dead End King? How's everybody doing? So today we're just gonna casually chill a bit. Gonna pick champions. How do you think which champions you should flex at first? Do my 565 cap model installed. That's awesome, man. Needs max sig, huh? What's up? KT1 is my Sanjay Bododo. How are you doing, man? So, Iron Man Infinity War and All Man Long, which I'm happy for, and Night Monkey and Domino. Those are some great pulls. Everybody's been getting lucky seemingly recently. Gonna use rank 4 today? Probably not. So got Aegon and that too. Amazing. Hey, I love Aegon, man. I really do. When is this member only stream? I need to change the description. I need to figure out some other benefits for my members, because, well, quite frankly, we just don't have quite enough yet. But I do need to figure out something I can do meanwhile, special for members, aside for stickers and stuff like that. You do have the member only stickers though. Iconic song in the background, why? Thank you. So, who can we I'll be the fun with today. I feel my 6-star ghost today. I'm so happy. I bet you are. I wish I had a 6-star ghost. I don't know. Archangel always seems a good go. I want to play some domino today. Yeah, the only bad thing is I don't have a Sakura, but ranked appropriately, I mean. There's a Red Hulk. How are these two guys? And then again, Silver Surfer, you can choose him with an endless stun. Yep, just Ronan the guy. Made a video on it as well. But this is like the first quest, so we don't need to worry about it yet. Let's have that. Oh wait, where did my I accidentally swapped it out. Yes. And yes, and Wasp is always a yes. Phoenix. You think? You think? No, I'm gonna go with this for now. I'm gonna swap it out for next quest. It's only like 2 pounds this one anyways. Lemon Surfer. Yeah, I know. I know, man, I know. It's kind of like a queue. Whenever Kabam mentions or showcases a star with their champions, like Sentry was meant to have a power of million suns, which clearly doesn't really work that way. And now we have Silver Surfer, who drops opponents in the sun, which clearly doesn't do that much damage. So basically, when Kabam shows or tells you something, when they start talking about suns, you better run. There we go. Howdy partner, currently lurking, best of luck with the stream. Thank you, Timothy. I really thought, no, I was just checking somebody's out. Like, cause you can go in somebody else's profile and watch those champs, but yeah, no, I didn't pull him, I didn't get lucky. Silver Sucker. And it's sad, because, like, I still need him, and the thing is, I don't want to waste my resource on him, but I'm still gonna have to try and get him. You're a big fan of 2? Which 2? No, I don't I know Silver Surfer here, man. Should I rank 2 Sparkles or 6-star she unduped? Yeah, you can do. She's still an awesome champion. Don't have great rank. Yeah, go. I would go with Sparkles, man. Still does some awesome stuff. Unduped, man. The biggest disappointment is Magneto being crashed in the game. Yeah, well, Magneto has always had a very special conversation piece, I don't know, quality. Cause yeah, man, like Magneto is so OP in every single piece of comics, literature, I don't know, cartoons, anything. There has never been ever created a worse off version of Magneto than in MCOC. Yeah, man, I really like Silver Surfer, man, too. Yeah, like, I mean, I'm still gonna have to try and open crystals for the guy, right? I'm still gonna have to rank him and sig him up for prestige. And I hate it. I hate it. I mean, I still secretly kind of hope that there is some magic... Oh man, she dropped a heavy. That there is some sort of magic rotation involving his heavy attacks. That actually makes him appear good. All hell, Thor Ragnarok 2.0. Pretty much. Do you think it's worth to rank 2 undupe Killmonger? No, I would not. Oh. I would use my TFIBs to rank 5 dupe 5-star. I'm in a pickle about my roster too, to be honest, because I don't know what to do for teams max in my 5-star, sitting in an alley that's bronze. I'm in 600k with no max 5-stars. Well, what are your options, man? Hey, I was just wondering if I should rank 3 Symbiote Supreme or wait to pull Doom. Symbiote Supreme is definitely one of the better Mystic rank ups. Let's speculate. December calendars and free stuff. Well, go on then. What do you think is going to be in December calendar? How do you do Wasp passive stun? You basically chain the heavy attack as an ending of the combo. If you can play She-Hulk, if you remember how to play She-Hulk before the nerf, it's exactly the same way. You kind of do a 4-hit combo and just immediately drop a heavy attack. Or you can do a 2-hit combo with Wasp, it doesn't matter. Ronan Sig 80 good? Yeah, Ronan Sig 80 should be good, more than good enough. I think mine is only like 100 or 120. Uncollected EQ. Oh man, I thought that was gonna kill him. With rank 2 5 stars and rank 4 4 stars. The thing is, if I had the champions I would, but obviously the champions that I really like have been ranked up higher. I typically don't take my 4 stars past 330, and the 5 stars that I hardly have any 5 stars at rank 2, it's either rank 1 or rank 3 kind of thing. Who is our first war opponent? I think it's New Nation, so it would be Legacy Line. Limelight streaming. Hey Thekiryu, I'm a big fan. Keep up the great gameplay. Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, 1 month or a couple of months we could have done some uncollected clears with 3 stars as well, so it's definitely doable for most months anyways. But it's just the fact that those champions are in different ranks that you would want to use. Proxima rank 5 worthy if you're really good with her. There are more and more good arguments about Proxima, definitely, that I enjoy. My problem with Proxima is the fact that those missions are random, and so it gives you a lot less control in many of the matchups, which kind of irritates the hell out of me. All in all, I would say she's rank 5 worthy for big rosters, but she's definitely not a champion I think would kind of suit or benefit much smaller accounts. I think anyways. I'm not the biggest Proxima guy either way. There are some people who swear by her. I'm having trouble with the Silver Surfer, like the life cycle. Yes, with the 777, I made a video on that, how to deal with Silver Surfer. I released it about 4 or 5 hours ago, and there are many options with how to find that Silver Surfer, man. And also, I'm speaking with life cycle, and towards the end of the video, I'm giving you the best options how to finish it off with life cycle. Can you do a 3-star uncollected? We have done in past. I might do it again later this month. If I get around to it, because I think it should be doable, because most of the bosses can kind of be cheesed. So yeah, I think we can do it this month. I'm Infinity. Yeah, Dion, that doesn't really seem to... 6 stars definitely is a no-no for you. Where is it? Domino, Namor, Zeus, Magical, Warlock, Aegon, and Dupe. Wait. Warlock and Domino, I think, are amazing first rank 5s, man. I'd either go Domino or Warlock. I'd like to. I love. The thing is, I love Black Widow Clairvoyant. She's my most wanted champion in game currently. I'm just not lucky to pull her. I don't have a 5 or 6 star Black Widow Clairvoyant, but I do think she's amazing. I do think she's one of the best mystics. I do think she's extremely versatile, and I do want to have one. I do. If I had, I rank her immediately. Is Duped Havoc worth rank 4? Yes. Quite simple. There's not much to it. Yes, Duped Havoc is in fact worth rank 4. Guys, I'm falling behind the chat a bit, so it's kind of, if I still want to keep fighting, I'm struggling with the chat. Did I miss a lot? No, the Berlin Flash did not miss a lot. Started like 15 minutes ago. This is like the first path. Oh, that was risky. He could have wrecked me if he had run at me. Of course, you flipping dash. Dash is the word I was looking for before. Okay, done. Could you just rank 5 magic, waiting to pull Warlock and do Morning Star try? Yeah, man, banned, but magic is still so cool. I should play her a lot more often. I'm kind of feeling I'm letting a lot of my rank 4s and 5s alone, so I'm probably next month I'm just gonna be using random champions that I miss using myself. Because you know, like you have these champions you rank, and if I do these streams, and I typically stream using lower ranked champions, or like the best champions. There are many champions I enjoy playing with that I don't often get a chance to, so I'm probably gonna do that next month. Yeah, because you can stand Silver Surfer, it's quite easy to deal with that life cycle. When does the special calendar come out? I think it's on like 9th is the first one, and then on like 16th is the second one, or something like that.
This is from KT1 is my Sanjay Badodo.
KT1 is my favorite person. Thank you very much, Sanjay Badodo. Definitely appreciate it, man. And you are top donator of the day, man. So, you guys are spoiling me lately. Like, for quite a while, it was fairly kind of like quiet in the terms of super chats, but last couple of streams, you guys have been spoiling me. Night Thrasher is Incinerate immune, which is cool. You get your 2-star Quake variant, you bet. My 2-star Quake is ready for anything. Passed up on Massacre in the Nexus to awaken my Namor. I would... That's a good choice, I would do that as well. Namor's cool, but Namor needs max Sig, man. What are my thoughts on PEP 1000 method? I have tried it like 5-6 times. Never works out for me. So I don't know, man. Seems you and Prof are in agreement. I only need Massacre as a 5, and yeah, for sure, man, Dion. But yeah, I'd still help pass on that Massacre to dupe the Namor, but I'm sure eventually you're gonna get 5 or 6 times Massacre, but do Warlock or Domino, man. I tried Sim Supreme versus Silver Surfer. Nope, I have not tried Sim Supreme versus Silver Surfer because my Sim Supreme is unranked. Do I seem more optimistic today? Well, today is a new day, man. It has been far from perfect day, but you know, you get your ups, you get your downs. Hey, what's up, Gamer Night? How are you doing? Is a 5-star crystal for £10 worth it? Yes, that's a great deal, man. Because it's not just the 5-star crystal, it's also like a 4-star crystal, I think, and a 3-star crystal. That means like more ISOs, and that is pretty much one of the cheaper deals, Sanjay. So yes, that is the cheapest 5-star offer that they had released ever, kind of thing. Mars coming in with his Zars, man. Thank you. Man.
Why are a lot of people silent over Vision Arcus? He's actually extremely good from what I've seen. What do you make of him?
What's the best way to put it? I'm strongly considering taking my Vision 6-star Arcus and duped to rank 2. Because I was silent with him, obviously, mainly because I didn't have any copy of him, because he came out at the time when I had stopped spending any and all money on Kabam because of those balance changes and all the other stuff that was happening. So I just didn't have him, and not many people seem to be talking about him. Now that I have gotten him, man, I do like him. I like that power gain. He seems kind of cool, and he also has that cool synergy which extends armor shatter to all metal champions. And that in theory is insane because there are so many metal champions, right? The only problem with it is that armor shatter is still broken, and when I was trying to test it, the first armor shatter prevented ability, accuracy and power gain on champions, and the second one doesn't anymore. So if Kabam fixes the armor shatter and I get a chance to test that synergy out in some more tricky matchups, because there are a lot of metal defenders, then I probably would take him to rank 2. I mean, I'm already somewhat ready to take him rank 2. I'm really strongly considering it because I do like him. I'm gonna put it as $2.5 because that's where it about equals out. And thank you so much, Mars, man. I definitely appreciate it. And we're gonna put it at this at 66.5, man. Every bit adds up, you know. For smaller channels like mine, every single bit adds up. Aegon's still broken? You mean the Aegon's combo synergy with Proxima works, but Aegon is broken in a different way now. In a good way, that I showcased at the end of yesterday's stream, but I'm not gonna make a video about it, otherwise people are gonna be pitchforking me. But he's broken, he's really broken. But in a good way. He's actually insane now. He's insanely good. Yeah, he can do that. 15k mediums plus those level 2s, man, are insane, man. I do like Arcus a lot. The one problem is, in order for me to justify a rank up, I need to see where I can and would use him. Right? And I still have yet to kind of figure out exactly where and why would I need him, but I do want him ranked because he's so fun. He's kind of like a Carnage in a sense, obviously with more utility, but in the way that you play him. What's up, John Walker? Press that like button. Yes, that would be greatly appreciated. Personally love using Aegon a lot. Yeah, me too, man. Aegon's cool. Yeah, I hope Armor Shatter gets fixed soon, man. Because it's been like 3-4 months, I think. And it hasn't been. But yeah, no, make no mistake, Aegon is currently bugged as hell. I can rank up for fun, Mars. That's the thing, I can rank up for fun for sure. Except one big problem, right? And this is gonna be a big problem. I don't have enough tier 2 alpha catalysts to go around. I have currently 7 tier 5Bs, right? 7, yeah? And I'm about for my 8th one again. And I have used 5 this week, and I have used 7 basically this month, I think, at least, or 9 this month. Anyways, I can't get rid of my tier 5Bs fast enough. The problem is tier 2 alpha, man. That's the big problem, because currently I only have, I think, 5.5 tier 2 alpha, so I can't even rank 5 or 5 star. So if I figure out or find a way how to rank up, sorry, how to get more tier 2 alpha, I definitely will rank up that division, because tier 5Bs, yeah, man, currently it's like whatever. Kabam is very peculiar, man. What you can do? Kabam's Kabam. The dude said it's hard to get rid of. Well, it is, because I can't use them enough. I have tier 5Bs that are just gonna be there for a long time because I don't have tier 2 alpha, so I cannot physically use them. If I wanted to rank up meme tier champions, I kind of could, but I don't have tier 2 alphas to go with that. And yeah, I have been using a lot of tier 5Bs, and it's just the tier 2 alphas that are behind. So yeah, I have more tier 5Bs than tier 2 alphas now. Всем привет. Привет. The opposite problem, I have got 7 tier 2 alpha in inventory, but I struggle with tier 5B. Fair enough. Took me 1 year to form one. Well, now AQ gives you like 1 a week. What, 10 pounds 5-star deal? It's quite simple. Kabam released it like a while ago. Basically you could purchase it, and for $10 or 10 pounds you got like all of these crystals based on your level. But if you purchase that offer, then those crystals are kind of saved up for you when you reach that set level. For instance, when you reach level 60, or if you are level 60 already, you got a 5-star crystal. Can you stop saying tier 5Bs? Tier 5Bs? No. What about tier 5Bs? Last, I'll check it out in a sec. Just let me finish the fight, man. I'm trying to fight here and ding it. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Man, I love Hawk's thermal feedback. Alright, Joshua, don't worry for being late. It's all good, man. Do 6.3 parts get those syndicate? No. I tried it once. No, it's just cosmetic. I tried it once and it didn't give me nothing. Because I wanted to know if it could, I probably would have made a video about it, but no, those 6.3 parts don't let you. I think it's just a visual kind of stuff. Asking for a friend, who would you take up for Incinerate Utility? Unduped Torch to rank 5 or 6-star Unduped Havoc to rank 2? That's a tough one, man. Overall, I'd still go with Havoc, because Havoc is generically more easily usable, Pentash. Torch is much more niche. So yeah, I'd go with Havoc overall. Torch is like for big rosters that really need those niche utility bits. Havoc is much more generic and wildly usable in more content. Because honestly, Torch against anything and anyone that isn't dealing energy damage or isn't Mystic kinda sucks. Hey, what's up, Mr. Free? Tuning in for a while. How are you doing? I'm doing just fine, man. Thanks for tuning in. I remember saying nobody would rank 4 Colossus when you were doing your 6.1 stream. Well, the times change. I'm sure that each next DFIB comes statistically faster than the previous one, so I'm sure you're gonna be doing just fine soon enough. Does Ronan need to be awakened? Yes, Ronan always needs to be awakened. But you can use a 3 or 4-star Ronan, so that works too. Ghost, she's best in the game. Quake is best in the game. How come I haven't taken Hammock rank 5? Because I don't really find a need for it, kind of like thing. It's one of those things that I would kind of like to do. But again, I don't think I would myself currently have like a specific particular application to him. I do want to take him because I like him. But I'm in no rush to do so. He has been in my candidates for like a month or 2 though. So again, I would have done so already. Because tier 5Bs are not a problem here, just tier 2 alphas, man. Because to take him to rank 4, that's 4 tier 2 alphas, then take him to rank 5, that's another chunk, and man, tier 2 alphas are coming relatively slowly. Human Touch is supposed to be getting buffed, that is true. If he does get a buff, then we can rethink that. Which is better, Iceman or Emma Frost? I like Emma better. Emma is trickier to play, Iceman is much more straightforward, but I like Emma better. I'd rather prefer you say rank up material resources or just stuff Kabam has made sure that... Okay, rank up resources. I have 16 tier 2 alpha, I have like 5 or 6, man. But I have 7 tier 5Bs now, about to be 8 again. And I have used like 9 this month. Well, I mean, in November. Can typically party do a light immediately. Wait, do another light in order to do. For what? Oh, you mean with Domino? I can't do that because I don't have Massacre. I'm sure you have played the most characters in the game, so which meme tier trash champion would you revamp if Kabam gave you the ability to? Oh. Okay, so here is one, right? So this is gonna come in as a 5er. First of all, Groot, man. Groot is in the biggest desperate need of a revamp. Because he is like by far the most pathetic one. When it comes to details, how I do it, I'd have to think of it, but I'd definitely want to do something more. Well, first of all, his animations are so outdated. You can do so much more with Groot, with like his growing, changing his arms, give him some serious bleed, some serious kind of like regen, and the gentle giant nature thing, just throw it out, man. Or I would make it work as in like maybe access burst damage output as well, but it happens on you offensively, man. I'm not entirely sure, but Groot is probably gonna be the first one. Second one's gonna be Howard the Duck, because Howard the Duck actually has a lot of good things going for him, and to make him like an insane champion, there are only two small things you have to do, right? Okay, so here goes. This is gonna be the best, yeah? Howard the Duck, right? First of all, obviously, get rid of the sound animations. All of that sound stuff sucks. But kind of more seriously, two things you have to do to make Howard the Duck God tier instantly. Remove the limit of 4 to his level 1 and allow him to go to 100%, past 100%, whatever. Like, you know what his level 1 does? Plays that passive that reduces the opponent's power gain and healing and attack for like 4% or 5% or something. Imagine if you could stack 10, 20, 30 of those, right? When opponents basically can hit you and deal 0 damage after like 20 level 1s. So clearly that's not going to be a tactic that can easily be abused, because it will require you to throw a buttload of level 1s, but at the same time you could completely neutralize some matchups, so I think that would be extremely fun. And the second thing is his ramp up potential is there. It's cool, like Swede showed us how strong he can hit eventually, but you should just increase the chance to proc those Furies and increase their effectiveness. That's it. So make the Furies proc more and be stronger, and remove the limit of the level 1 attack, where eventually you can pretty much make opponents attack 0. But again, that would require you to throw like 20 level 1 attacks, so that would be just for like long fights, but I still think it would be really interesting. Like, you know what I mean? That would be so cool. Because it would be like a fairly peculiar thing, it would be a niche thing to do that, but it would make for some really funny stuff where you have like incredibly huge, massive opponents who hit for 0 damage and you just kind of laugh there. And yeah, increase the Fury stuff. 5-star Skull Twitch? No, never. Not coming. They said it's not coming anytime soon. Groot's good where he is, why do you hate us? Regular Groot, not King Groot, man. Yeah, exactly, AdTV. The duck with those charges would be incredibly fun, man. Yeah, I also do hope they buff Venom the Duck, man. Not likely, but I hope they do. What does NY look for in a recruit when there are minimum requirements of prestige and war skill? I'm honestly not entirely sure. Obviously, since we are the highest prestige alliance, they do require some insane prestige. I doubt you would get considered if you're below 10.7k prestige currently. And yeah, skill is obviously a factor. They typically like to do an interview with some of the people you point out or alliance you have been in and stuff like that. Hey, what's up, Chris LaFleur? How are you doing? Happy holidays to you too. I didn't even notice you, man, but hey, I was answering a very peculiar question. But hey, welcome to the stream, Chris, man. For those of you who do not know, right, this guy, Chris LaFleur, can you type something in the chat? I'ma give you some love now. Where's Chris? Can you find where's Chris? Chris disappeared. Chris LaFleur is actually the guy who helped me the most when I was starting out with YouTube. He actually took the time of his day and helped me set up my streaming setup. He explained me how to connect my Elgatos. He helped me set up basically everything for this kind of thing. So yeah, so huge shout out to the guy. He also has a YouTube channel. Obviously, he streams daily, so do go and check him out, man. He's an awesome guy, fun and entertaining stuff. And yeah, give him some love. There's thoughts on Stealth Spidey. He does good damage and counter unstoppable Just, I'm not the biggest fan of any Spider-Man, I'll tell you that much, man. And because they're flimsy. Overall, I think I'm starting to prefer Stealth Spidey or Stark Spidey. And I think that he definitely has some uses. Definitely has some uses, and he's not just a prestige champion, but overall he's not the best champion either. Even though just because of how flimsy he is. You are freaking MCOC monster, my pleasure. Why, thank you, man. Huge props to Chris. Indeed, without Chris we would be not streaming, possibly. Use Doc Ock? Maybe. Invisible Woman rank 5? No, my Invisible Woman is rank 4. But maybe I will. But yeah, so if you think that Chris has done a good job by helping me be here and stuffs, then go and sub to his channel, check out his stuff. If you don't like it, then it's tough, but still subscribe. If you do like it, perfect, you have gotten another MCOC content creator. And I do love Spider-Gwen too, man. Spider-Gwen's awesome. Who else I wanted to bring here? Just critical rating, can't take that. Can't take rest of the Fantastic Four because they're not ranked the same. I just need like one monster champion that's gonna help me a lot. And by monster champion I obviously meant Sunspot, right? Yeah, this will work. I'm also using this synergy team over the Hell and Angela one, just because I'm lazy and I don't want KO rest of my team. Kitty, you are best on sub counter champs and auto block counter champs. So She-Hulk and Corvus. Well, Stack Spider-Man can work for that, but then unstoppable counters, obviously there's Captain America Infinity War for a lot of that stuff. Then there is Quake, who just doesn't care about unstoppable or auto block and stuff like that. There are a lot of indirect ways around it. If you're looking for champions that specifically counter that, then there aren't that many in the game. Spider-Gwen is underrated for sure, man. I love Spider-Gwen. Personal space, so they're gonna be getting those Fury buffs then. Use Doc Ock. Oh, right, I should have brought Doc Ock. Sub to Chris. Why, thank you, Dion. Oh yeah, True Strike is obviously counter to that stuff. Stealth Spidey has a Fury that's almost as strong as... Yes, Stealth Spidey does have a massive Fury. And we're talking some massive Fury. Yeah, Solar Flare, I can explain here. Aegon's heavy combo shield. And with that heavy combo shield, obviously comes also that 5% damage cap per hit, right? That's broken. And it never goes on cooldown, right? So that's what's broken with it, because Aegon can put out some insane damage now just because of it, because his heavy combo shield is never in cooldown. If it's never on cooldown, you can constantly just charge heavy attack, he will always go unstoppable, and whenever you do get hit, right, then obviously he gains those 6 Furies and does insane damage. So that's literally what you can do the entire fight. Do a 5-hit combo, charge heavy attack, make sure opponent doesn't have special attack ideally, and just get those 6 Furies by losing 5% of your health and just shred into everybody. Will I upload AW videos? Yeah, hopefully. I can... How my recording sorted, because I have had quite a lot of issues, but I'll try, man. Also, if I do a lot of videos where I just do the same thing with Quake and stuff like that, then sometimes I don't and I won't, but I will try, man. Yeah, it's definitely easier to play with Hell and Angel synergy, man. Well, like Neymar has high prestige. Neymar has one of the highest prestige in game, man. Very good. Well, let's not speak of it again then. Fair enough, man. Come on, chum at me, bro. There we go. If I use a heavy attack on Aegon and eat special 3, would I lose 5%? No. Aegon's 5% safeguard thing does not work on special attacks, only on basic attacks, TPS gaming. So no, it doesn't work on special 3 and stuff like that. Tried everything, can't get timing light transfer, do I just give up? No, Uranium. You use Void or Archangel and then you don't need to care about the timing, because as soon as you knock them out, their heal is going to be prevented and they're just gonna die. So you can use, for instance, let's say Human Torch in his pre-fight ability. You can use Void, you can use Archangel, you can also use Warlock and some other champions. Those champions completely bypass life cycle and you don't need to do anything with the timing, man. I made a video on that, so you can do yourself a favor and me a favor and go check it out, man. Good night, Parth. Seen people saying Aegon isn't going to be useful for Abyss. You have any thoughts? It really depends how they're gonna make that timer thing. Because he might or he might not be. I think he's gonna be great. I think he's gonna be usable. Just don't think he's gonna be as great as he was for Labyrinth. If that makes sense. That should make sense, right? There we go, let's just butter that guy. Are you going to use how to... Yes, I want to make that one. I have quite a few. I want to make a Doom video, Arcus video, I want to make Colossus, Old Man Logan video, and there was one more. But I just don't have enough time, man. I also have like the craziest idea, which I think would be massive for Marvel Contest of Champions, and I want to record that video, but I just never seem to have the time to. How many rank 4s do you have before you go for your first rank 5? Nowadays, go for first rank 5 as early as possible, man. Don't care about any of that. Katie is saying instead of explaining, watch my video. I did explain as well a bit, man. Just go and check out that video, Uranium, man. Honestly, there's a lot of options and I explain it as best as I can there. Do you know when? I do not know when that synergy will get fixed. How could I know, man? I don't work for Kabam, dude. How could I possibly know that stuff? What's the massive idea? Well, if I told it to you now, right? Then this is probably a horrible idea, but it might be funny. Check this out. Oh man, he dropped a level 3. Oh, I thought it was gonna work. I nearly got him down. Gotta decide if I rank 5 Colossus or Sentinel. Haha. 1% heal. What the fuck, he didn't work about. Well, yeah. Dude, I won't tell anyone. No, anyways. What's going on with Aegon's combo shield? It never goes on cooldown, so it's broken. But anyways, okay, so the massive idea, what I think could potentially actually make MCOC much more popular than it is right now, and it would work fantastic. Oh man, I messed up. I tried to drop my level 1. I forgot about that footloose node. Man, now I'm gonna have a lot of problems. It's okay, we have Heimdall. Anyways, the idea is quite simple, right? why don't Kabam, like, you know, they have started sending out these emails about like how many games you have played and what was your strongest hits and things like that, right? Why don't Kabam themselves just make like an official statistics site or integrate it in game, whichever way, where we can browse each alliances and each player's stats? It's a very simple idea, right? But if they do that, that will do many different things for the game, I think. First things and foremost, that will make it much more competitive, right? Which might not be perfect, because if you're not interested about being competitive, you just don't have to look at those stats. Second, it's gonna make it easier for alliances to recruit people, because you're gonna be able to check how that player actually plays. Like, let's say if they included stats like how many matches you have done overall, how many matches you have done last month, what's kind of like your average hits done to hits received, and well, things like that, like generic kind of like information. And also include alliance information. What's the history of the alliance, where you typically place in a queue, where you typically place in a W. So people looking for alliances also have like a way to check where they are going to, because many people lie, because many people say, oh, I'm a boss killer, or many people claim to be able to do things that they're not able to, and things like that. And then obviously you can break it down, kind of like how well you're doing in AW overall, how well you're doing in AQ overall, how well you're doing in Act 6 content or whichever content, and you can choose the things to exclude, right? Because for instance, I practice a lot, I get wrecked a lot, so my stats technically would be really bad. But you can also kind of select stuff to exclude from the fight, like maybe just include the initial completions and the initial runs of event quests. And if you are kind of like walking over a path that you have already done, do not count them in these stats. I mean, there is a lot of varied abilities, but the fact is, if these things kind of like became available and Kabam start grading them, kind of like this is an A grade summoner, or like skill wise, and then they even can do kind of like yearly or monthly small awards and give small gifts like energy refills and stuff like that to the person who, for instance, has done most arena fights, to the person who has progressed through most levels, to the person who has died the least amount, to the person who has done the most damage overall, and things like that. Like, you can go wild with it, really, because they are already getting this data anyways, right? Because they have this data, they are sending it out, how hard you hit and things like that. Why not make it on like a website or something like that, where we can filter it, where we can compare summoner profiles and things like that? And that would make this game also kind of much more competitive, because you as a person would want to rank higher, right? Or to have like a better record, if you care about it. If you don't care about it, don't care about it, don't look at it. But it could spark a lot more of this individual and alliance competitiveness. And I think it would be cool. Any idea why Kabam never put Black Future Cavalier? No idea, man. Karen Poon, I like that idea, thank you. Wouldn't that make a lot of players not want to play? Why? Why wouldn't you want to play? What do you have in store for this month other than the read trial? There's gonna be some Hall of Champions, I think. Speaking of crazy ideas, how do you feel about the training room? I don't think the training room is necessarily what we need right now, to be honest. But possibly, it's not an awful idea. There are definitely a lot of cons for it. But the fact is, majority of the player base would not use that training room. What's up, Felix? How are you doing, man? Add TV. But yeah, what else we have? There is going to be a side event that's gonna start later, which is probably gonna look like something of the sort that Gwenpool goes to the movies type of thing. What's up, Mark? How are you doing? Yes, with iPhone 8 you should be able to do Legends Run, man. 8 is not really much worse off than anything. You can call this match Champion's Revenge on She-Hulk. If I win, obviously. I didn't time this well, but whatever. If you've got a crazy idea, make me a mod. I will one day, because I will have no choice if you're still here. Champion is taking his revenge. Champion is taking his revenge. I got 3 Furies. Boom. I mean, had 14 charges on there, but still. Man, I'm hitting for naught. I need to drop my heavy. Whoopsie. There we go. Let's get another level 1 in the house. And I'll be honest, I still have no idea how to play Champion, really. I mean, how hard it can be, but... Okay, there we go. Good, 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 good. Last 15%. Man, this was quite fun though. I mean, still is. We haven't finished yet. There you go. Because he's legend in his own mind, he doesn't need no title. Why don't I go for Legends run? I have a Legends title. I got the Legends for 6.2 by the way. But overall, man, because it's also quite expensive and I don't know, man. I might do for 6.4, but also I do like to do these streams as soon as content comes out. Then I get to hang out with all of you guys and then I can make all the guides and stuff like that. When is a giveaway? When is a 20k, man? Man, how's it going? Love your solo surfer video. Just playing through. He's 11. Thanks, Samir, man. Thank you. Variant 4 this month? Yes, Variant 4 is this month. I'm super excited for that. I do not know that, Bahadur. I definitely do not know why my Heimdall triggers before that. I disliked it a lot. Like the overall, some drugs could be price issues, buying new accounts with below average rating on players. Yes, I know, Hentage, there are obviously some issues, but you can work around most of them. For instance, for that idea that I mentioned, you might just ask for a consent of the player, of the account, to be kind of publicly listed, and there are people who do not want to do that. They can opt out of it, and that's fair enough. Or many different things, man, but you can work around all of that. I just think that would be one of those things that could like really push the game forward. I like the idea, however, if you suck and you know you suck, it'll drive some people. I mean, people who suck already know that they suck. That's the right. I mean, like, I could see all my errors as well, and I couldn't stop pretending that I'm better than I am. I think it, and again, just make it optional. If you want, you can opt out of it. People will start having them on. Yeah. So again, make it optional, man. If you don't want to have these stats published, you can opt out of it. It's quite simple. And even if you change your mind later on, you can change it and like you can publicize it. Like, you know, just kind of on and on switch. Public, not public. Why not? But I think overall it would be a good showcase of exactly who you are, how you play, how well, how bad you do, stuff like that. Because all of this information, for Kabam's sake, they already have it and they sent it to us. Yes, Ronan needs to be awakened for the cheese method. Why didn't Kabam remove the previous variant? Because not everybody has done the previous variant. Why would they remove it? Everybody should have a chance to complete it. Will you say rank 4 or rank 5 things Sig 100 is viable for taking down 6.2 Mordo? Mordo? I don't know, man. Champion? Sig 100? I'm not sure. I have never tried to use Sting myself, so I'm not the brightest in that. Alright, Devil Boy, see you later. 6.4 ETA. I expect it to be March. What's the name of this song? Here's a link. So there we go. That's that. Burden of Might. Okay, that's cool. Don't care about it. Let's go. Oh yeah. About that help all thing. It was in Dave's video, man. It would be really complicated. Because it would like create a lot of don't know why my handle synergy triggers. Man, I need to figure out why my handle synergy triggers first, or I need to abandon the thing altogether. Yeah, I'm probably gonna stop trying to choose the thing. I heard of Lonely Island. Heard? Yes. Do I particularly know what they are or what they do? No. My life cycle is such a nasty node. It's not as bad, man. When you play through Act 6, right? When you play through Act 6.2 and 6.3, and I'm not trying to be patronizing here, and I'm not trying to say anything bad, but when you do play through 6.2 and 6.3, life cycle is one of the easier nodes there. It's one of the more reasonable nodes around. So you don't mind life cycle too much at all, honestly. Like, life cycle seems, yeah, that's alright kind of like thing, you know? Because arrange them correctly? How was I supposed to arrange them? It's fine, Can you, Mina, can you leave a comment in the stream? I would like legit want to know what I should have done different. Thing, then champion, then Heimdall. Do you have any favorite MCOC YouTubers other than myself? Well, the thing is, I don't like myself that much. I'm very self-critical and how do you call it? Depreciate? Whichever. I do like a bunch of YouTubers, man. There's a lot of good people. One of my favorites is Captain Brannon. Captain Brannon's amazing. Then obviously there's Chris is cool. Rich is an alright guy. Sometimes disagree with what he says, but he's a nice person, definitely. Seaton's entertaining. Legacy's skilled. Brian is... I like the way he thinks, definitely. He's very disciplined as well, in a sense. And determined. And... man, there are many, but yeah, I do like Captain Brannon quite a bit. I do also... Who else? Katie obviously is fantastic. I like watching Katie's stuff. It's funny. Archangel destroys life cycle. Yes. Coop is pretty cool. Yeah, Coop is... he's new, but he seems to be doing alright. Shout out to Coop, by the way. Here, this Coop4440 is also another MCOC content creator. Seems to be an alright kind of guy, so... check him out. Use Gwenpool? No. Select the champs in wrong order. Fair enough, man. I'll do it correct next time. What about Seeding's review on Killmonger? He didn't put a proper review, he just put the Cyclops right next to it and people jumped crazy, but if you compare the damage output, then you can put Black Widow Clairvoyant next to Cyclops, and is Black Widow Clairvoyant worse than a Cyclops? Right, is Black Widow Clairvoyant worse than Cyclops if Cyclops can out damage Black Widow Clairvoyant? I don't think so, man. Because facts are facts, Killmonger can tank level 3s, he has super easy access to True Strike, so that, and he's tanky as hell. Those are the main things. Just because a bad champion can out damage something, but it doesn't mean much to me anyways. And Hentage coming in with 5 Canadians, man, thank you so much. Yeah, let me get your name up here as well, and definitely, dude, thank you. Do appreciate it. What is more, 5 Canadians or 3 British pounds? I think I'm gonna go with Canadians, I don't know. 5 Canada dollars, and this should be not that. One sec. So Mars T, I'll just do that. 7.5, Hentage 5. Let's do that. Perfect. Thank you, man. And here I'm gonna count it as 4 as well. But man, definitely appreciate the support with them Canadian bucks. KD, you are a very kind person and appreciate your hard work. Why, thank you. KD the coolest, you have to watch him soon. Okay, here is one thing though, like, and I'm sure that's the case of any kind of like bigger channel, right? There's a lot of kind of like negative stuff out there, and typically like 9 days out of 10 I will legit not care about any of that stuff. Then some days, man, it's so demotivating to see and deal with these trolls and stuff. Oh man, it sometimes just takes the wind out of you. Oh yeah, Hella is fun. Hella is really fun, man. I have made several videos with Hella. What's up, Bijay? How are you doing, dude? There we go. What's up, bro? Welcome back to the channel. Well, welcome. You always mention Prof Hoff. It's not that I don't like Prof Hoff, man. I do watch still some of his stuff, and overall, just some of his videos are definitely not meant for me. Some of them are alright. I haven't met the guy. He hasn't done anything to me. I'm not gonna say that I like hate Prof Hoff, because I don't particularly love him either. But then I don't particularly love most of the people I haven't had any kind of like deeper contact with. Any YouTubers that I particularly dislike, well, yeah, there is one, but even saying the name is gonna be giving him more attention than he deserves, so I'll just say yes, there is, but it would be bad manners to kind of like say who, I suppose. And if you don't have manners, then what's left? You're too good, KT. Ignore them trolls and haters constantly. I was gonna leave the game back a few months ago and stayed after watching you play and learning. Why, thank you, Akash. I'm definitely glad you stayed, man. Why do I not play with sound? I hate it. I hate the game sounds. I never played with sound. For like years, I have never had my sound turned on. But yeah, man. Typically, here's the thing, right? It's a kebab mic. No, it's not kebab mic. Right, I'm a grown man. I don't like people who focus on tearing other people down rather than building themselves up. And I graduated high school a while ago, man, and I thought I escaped all that high school drama shit. And unfortunately, for some reason, there are still people who insist on acting like they're 15 much later in their life. And I just don't like that, man. I don't appreciate it. And in order, like, instead of kind of engaging in some silly arguments or beefs, I just don't hang around people like that. I just try my best to kind of cut them out of my life, if you will. Because I have had a lot of negative stuff happen with me, around me, so on and so forth, growing up where I did, and coming from the places that I did. So I have worked quite a lot in my life, and I have done a lot to run away from stuff like alcoholism, I don't know, people who abuse drugs, a lot of violence, street fighting, things like that in general. Have been a lot of nasty things, and I'm happy that I don't have to deal with it anymore. That I'm living with my girlfriend, I don't have to deal with any situations like that anymore, and a lot of that extends also to kind of silly stuff like all of this. So yeah, that's about it. That's about as much as I'm gonna say about it. I just don't like being around negative people. And I can be negative myself at times, and it's fair, and I should work on it, but that's me, that's my choice. As a big fan of synergies, I can say you're absolutely right. Thank you. Also, it's not getting the satisfaction of being getting attention. Yeah, exactly. I'm not like somebody like keeps talking crap about me in chat or something like that, and just ignore them. Like, I'm not even gonna mention who they are or what they do, kind of like thing, because large part of me thinks that the attention is what they want, and the less they get it, the more bitter they get. I can't take endgame player seriously if he does no warm-up fire and hasn't 100% lol, even though he has ghost. And yeah, that's one kind of like thing that I can agree with personally. Like, I am fairly stubborn, and maybe it's not even for the best of me. Maybe it's like kind of like despite anything, and oh man, I messed up. Anything and everything else that's kind of happening, I'm kind of the similar man. I can fully accept that there are people who might know a lot more, but in order to make me listen, there has to be a reason for that, you know? Man, I'm playing this completely wrong now. Either way. I don't know who it is, but too much emotional talk today. Okay, they just chill and kill. Yeah, don't worry, man. We're just chilling and killing. Is there a bug? Yes, there is a bug with Captain America Infinity War and Void. Kabam Mike actually acknowledged that to be a bug today, and they're looking into it. So yeah, it's officially bugged. It's not a silent nerf. That's pretty much the only reason I haven't made a video about it. Because yeah, it has been reported as a bug. Then I'm just not gonna, if they don't fix it for like a month or something, then I might mention it and I will talk about it. But as it is, it's just a bug, man. Oh man, I made a mistake. Still kind of worked out. Why do they keep breaking the month every game? In my head, for me personally, I just like things that they are incompetent. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to tell myself that it's all malicious intention. It would be much easier for me to accept if it's incompetence rather than deliberate. Thanks, man. But yeah, Justin, by the way, if I make a point, right? If I make a point not to mention names, please don't mention names. Because again, I don't do it on purpose. Because I don't even want to hand out a single shred of attention to anyone for it. Luke Cage or Iron Man Infinity War? If I was Seaton, I'd do Iron Man Infinity War because he loves his stealth suit Spidey, and overall Iron Man Infinity War does have quite a bit of utility, and I believe it's a 6-star. For my account and what I have ranked, I'd probably prefer Luke Cage, man, and my playstyle, because I just love mushing level 1 stun chains and eating a level 3 and then going back at it. And I would do Luke Cage myself. We need to start to pull what next bug will be. It'd be impossible to win that one because there are so many options. Like, you know what I mean? Haha, 2 crickets. Oh, Fiona, why do you have to do me like that? There we go, Fiona. Come on, Fiona. It's like she's immune to that fury herself. Next bug, all monsters are reset. Oh man, what? Whoa. Let's be serious here. Venom the Duck SD. Venom the Duck is one of those champions that is better than I know him to be, because I just don't have enough patience to put in that champion. I am fully willing to acknowledge why so many people love Venom the Duck, fully willing to acknowledge why many people think Venom the Duck is fantastic. It's all fine and cool and good. I just don't have the patience and energy for the champion. And because I don't have the patience and energy for that champion, I don't even really know myself exactly how good Venom the Duck is. I can definitely see a lot of potential in there. Dealing 0. But we have some furies now, so that counts. Who knew? There we go. Should be my first rank 4 5-star Ghost, Captain Marvel movie, Emma Sunspot, Hawker Call. Ghost. That's simple, Ghost. Are you in Sweden? No, I'm not Swedish. Bugs is modded, Ghost Rider isn't incinerate immune? Yeah man, it's so annoying. I know, like, I get what you mean. Night Thrasher, because he has like leather pants, is incinerate immune, even though he's just a regular bloke, but Ghost Rider is not. That's dodgy as fudge. Next bug party no longer activates. What are you talking about? Yeah, gosh, I think it's incompetence as well, a large aspect of it. Alright, Shiram, thanks for the information. No worries, you're welcome, man. Take care and keep it up. Love your content. Why, thank you. Do I have a bunch of gold crystals saved up? Yes, about 1,000, man. About 1,000 gold crystals I have. Like 1,200, I think. It's alright, Roman, don't worry, you're here, that matters. I'd still do Ghost, man. Ghost benefits from running suicides, but Ghost is fantastic without, and Ghost is also like a single champion that basically has all of the immunities, man. Leather pants for the win. I mean, I love Night Thrasher, don't get me wrong, I love the fact that he's Incinerate immune, but if Ghost Rider isn't Incinerate immune, how can Night Thrasher be? Oh man, stop being bad at the game. Come on man, stop being bad. Okay, there we go. Finally, man. Finally. Yes, I think Ghost will help you with Act 5 acceleration more than others. And with the rest of the game as well. Because overall, Ghost just does so much. There's not many things that Ghost can't do. Spy Star rank 5 Gilly 2099 good for LOL? Yes. Suits them. Yeah, I know Parker, what you mean. Obviously there is a base for it. I'm just saying that Ghost Rider should trump that. How can Iceman be? Yeah, I know, that's also funny. Iceman's not immune to that stuff. That's also a bit crazy. Never fight Sinister or Analysis with Ghost. There are a few more, like Ebony Maw. Never fight Ebony Maw with Ghost either. Next bug, Ghost was never meant to be a playable character. No, Ghost was never... Oh, next bug could... the phasing was never intended to be guaranteed. It was supposed to be RNG based or something like that. Or ability to shrug off debuffs was supposed to be RNG based, not guaranteed. Oh god. Who I would awaken, Nick or Ghost? Oh, that's a really tough one. Because I always typically just like to go with the best champion overall, which would be Ghost. But Nick is so cool and he needed so much. So honestly, first things first, I'd probably do Nick first, man. Just because I love him so much. Is that chance to revamp group? I hope he gets a revamp, man. I really do. He needs it the most in the entire game. Would you accept an award from the Latvian government for being the greatest extra of your country? The problem is I'm not. Latvians are a very small country, but they are darn good overall when you look at it statistically. Latvians do things. Who's better, Colossus or Old Man Logan? Man, it's Colossus by far, by miles. It's not even close. Old Man Logan's still junk, kind of. I said kind of junk, not complete junk, but kind of junk, definitely. So like your video on Silver Surfer, you were honest, and a lot of people are just going straight to the point. Thank you. Stop giving them ideas right now. 4-star Ghost rank 5, good for Act 5? Yes. I completed Act 5 using only 3-star champions, and I used my 3-star Ghost a lot for that. So 4-star maxed out, yes. Basically, pretty much all of Act 5 was mainly designed for maxed out 4-star champion level. That was no, there is nobody degen immune. There is nothing that's degen immune. Closest thing to degen immune comes Gladiator Hulk with his Face Me ability. That kind of like recovers passive damage. But not a single champion in game is immune to degeneration. There are champions that can work around it, like Ghost takes no damage while she's phasing. So that kind of can count to a degree, if you know what I mean. Right? Because that can bypass the degen damage. Then you need to look at what type of degen it is. It is active or passive degen. If it's active degen, then obviously Ghost or Aegon or some other champions can shrug it off. If it's passive degen, then Gladiator Hulk can work around it. So it kind of is very situational, but flat out degen immunity does not exist in this game. Screwed for Act 5, just got Act 4 exploration. Oh, well, I'm sure you can get there. The degen can often in Act 5 be countered, or in Act 4, with regen. So if you have strong enough, oops, I messed up. How can that be? Jerk. There we go. If you have strong enough regeneration champions, you can just counter degen the good old fashioned way by regenerating more health than the degen's taking away from you. That makes sense, yeah? I hope it does. Should. What the hell are you doing, Mondo? He was attacking me in his power gain phase. That AI is getting sneakier and sneakier. So it's a mirror, fair enough. But yeah, it was fun, man. I want to do some more fun streams. I'm probably, however, though, gonna be likely reducing my stream amount. I'm probably gonna go to doing 2-3 streams a week for a bit. Because now I've been streaming almost every day. Or at least like 6 days out of the week. I'll probably gonna be going to 2 to 4 times a week, something like that. Because it does take a lot of time. So that might suck a bit, because I do like streaming. But hey, you know, things. Oh man, come on! I thought I'm gonna be cheeky. Yeah, X23 is a beast, dude, for sure. Especially for like Act 5 content, X23 is still really good. Unfortunately, in like Act 6 or later maps of AQ, she doesn't really kind of like measure up, if you know what I mean. She's just outdated. Having a bleed and regen is not enough to be a great champion in like very specific piece of content. But for the Act 5, Act 4, earlier AQ maps, X23 is so good, man. Less streams means you're going to miss me a lot. Well, we're gonna see how it works out, man. Can you make a video on variant 3 unless you had already done so? Yes, I had made videos on variant 3, a bunch of them. Whenever you look at anything for anything in Marvel, it's always worth typing in the name of the content that you're looking for and just type in, for instance, variant KT1, and then there should be a bunch of videos, or variant 3 KT1 or whatever. Because I do try quite hard to tag my content quite a bit, quite heavily, and every single video that I upload has a KT1 tag on, obviously, and then there's quite a lot of tags about what I am uploading, whether it's a guide, whether it's a crystal opening, what kind of crystals, for instance, or which content this is for. Is it Act 6, which chapter in Act 6, which quest, if it's specific quest, stuff like that. So I try quite hard to make sure that people can find my videos afterwards if they actually use the YouTube search bar. Am I excited about Abyss? I'm kind of like one day at a time guy. So I'm honestly currently more excited about variant 4. Abyss is gonna be cool and all, but that's gonna be next year. Now I need to look at variant 4. First things first. Sergey, any tips to play AQ better? Stop stressing, man. That's simple. Most of the time when you feel that you decline in your ability to play, it's in your head, man. It's not about taking the time off, it's about you getting your mental stuff together. when you think you suck more. When you think you're good, you actually do improve often. Tagging a YouTube video is really exhausting. Yeah, I know, but I still try to leave quite a lot of tags. Next, rank 4 5-star champ Killmonger, Iron Man Infinity War. Depends how ranks. Do you have Stealth Enhanced Spider-Man ranked, or do you have Void ranked? If you do use Void a lot, then definitely take Killmonger. So it's one of those. It kind of depends on the rest of your roster, man. But yeah, Abyss does seem to be interesting. I just hope they do it justice, man. I hope they don't butcher that content as well. I finally hit 1 million rating. That's awesome, dude. Congratulations. Oh, look at that. We more tier 1 alphas. Yes, I'm also short on tier 1 alphas. I finally hit 2 million rating. Well, I'm a bit over 2 million now. I am due a channel overview video because I wanted to make one when I reached 2 million, but I have had like a lot of stuff to do and I kind of never got around to it. So yeah, I will be uploading like a channel overview video in a day or two. I hope to do it tomorrow, honestly. I was hoping to do it today, but didn't work out. Ooh, 2 tier 4 basics, man. That's good from these. That's really good from these. I always hope for tier 1 alpha and tier 4 basics from those. And let's see, map 7 crystals. No tier 5 Bs. That sucks. No, not many tier 2 alpha ranks either. Oh, we have enough for the 5-star crystal. That's cool. Which we're not gonna use. And there was something else that I wanted to. No, that's gonna well, we're gonna get bunch tomorrow. Yes, I need to buy this. Enough of that. And let me check the inventory. Do the new glory store will be? Yes, that glory store is amazing for tier 5 Bs, man. So see, I just spawned, so I'm on 7 tier 5 Bs, right? When you tell yourself you're good and you actually become good, right here. Fair enough. Video about legend run? I could do, yeah. You mean for like Act 6 or a typical monthly legend run though? Save your 5 stars for Nova. Maybe, I mean, like, again, we get like tier 5B a week, man. Because if I buy it from the glory store, that's like 11k something a week. AQ rank rewards is 20k for first place, so it's like 30 something k. 5,400 is for the modifier things, it's like 36,000. You get 4,500 day to day for finishing the map, so that's like 42,000. And then you get like a couple thousand typically from map 7 crystals overall. So that's like 44,000, and then you obviously have some side events or whatever else come by. So our alliance basically gets a tier 5B every week, and then obviously any big content gives you more. Coming up against the rank 2 Diablo in war. That's beautiful, man. I hope you know, you're laughing, but we had a guy die to Hulkbuster last season, so you better watch your mouth and back. But I think that will do for today, guys. I don't think there's gonna be stream tomorrow. We'll see when I'm next live, but there will definitely be some videos coming. So first things first, huge thank you to Mars, to Hentash, to KT1 is my favorite person, to all of you guys. Definitely greatly appreciate all the help and support for the channel. Love you all. Huge shout out and thank you to every single one of you in the chat as well. You guys are always fun to hang around with, and yeah, you guys are awesome. Open a premium. Do I have one? Yeah, okay, cool. I don't have one. Yeah, you can have this. And yeah, I think that will pretty much do now for today. And I hope every single one of you have a great day. I will see you guys soon. Lighters.